On Canvas, the best thing to do is to use the classic exams and not the new exams. And that's because since you're grading it anyway, you don't really need those features of Canvas grading. So typically when you start, go ahead, go to Manage Question Banks, and then you might be able to go to other question banks. That when you go to do the quiz, it'll show you all your question banks. But let me just show you some questions that I've done. Like for example, with the disjoint sets one, I like to do fill in multiple blanks as my kind of question, right? And so with that, that's where you show the fill in the blank. Often I will put something like a hash key on the top so that I can actually differentiate my questions. I probably could have used part of the links field in this disjoint set question too, to do that as well. And then typically write a question, go ahead and preview it, double check it so that you get it right. Then often what you can do is you can do that. Sorry, let me go to the banks. Do that in the temporary bank first, because then it's easy for you to move the question. If you want to do like 8 questions that are in a bank that are similar, you can copy them from the temporary bank to your question bank, and then that'll make it work. Also, sometimes it's a good idea, like I did this, where I put the hash into the program name, and that way, when all of these questions were asked in a random order, it's easy for me to grab which question it is and identify it by its hash, which is a convenient thing. Another thing about these questions, let me go to my 360 page. The fill in the blanks, unfortunately, you put a tag on the question inside square brackets. So let's go here, go to banks. For example, this one. So with this one, I put the question as a JPEG here, and the reason I did that was because if I didn't, then the brackets here in the array, it would try to turn that into a question, because when you specify the question, you do it in square brackets. Another thing to know about this is that this part of the question, this tag, doesn't get put in their answer at all. So don't think that you can identify the question by what's in this square bracket and then be able to extract it, because you can't. So you'll have to extract it by other means. Like for example, I could extract it by that pointer value, which is probably unique. I think that's it.